They tried to black screen us. Man, a whole minute of a black screen. I couldn't get it to do anything. Then I couldn't get it to change. But hey, we got it going. After 2 minutes, we're finally starting the show. Anyway, guys, welcome in. Welcome back. Here we go. We're going to jump into some articles real quick. We're looking at the aerosol campaign over North Dakota right now. Getting waxed, setting up for the next system. Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, all getting hit. All right, just jumping into this crazy news here. A Yale study come out yesterday shows that the air pollution causes huge reduction in intelligence. A study conducted in China by researchers from the Yale School of Public Health in the United States has shown that air pollution causes a huge reduction in intelligence. While the research did take place in China, which is known to have serious pollution problems, the researchers suggest that 95% of the global population is breathing unsafe air at levels that would cause a significant reduction in intelligence. They're making us dumb. I'm not going to get all deep into this. And we know what it is. We know what's causing it. We know they're trapping the pollution in. Then this come out of Europe here. Polar watch, an ozone hole, quotations mini, has formed over the North Pole and Scandinavia. Ozone levels had dropped to over 50 Dobson units below normal, which just means they're going to be doing an atmospheric compression event. And I'm going to show you exactly what they did last year going into this year. But don't forget, you know, these ozone holes, they used to blame it on our aerosol cans, you know, the back when you had the spray-on deodorant, they said that was burning holes in the ozone. But if you remember, Elon Musk's Falcon 9 rocket last year tore a hole in the atmosphere. Back in 2017, science have determined that the launch of the company's Falcon 9 rocket on August 24th punched a temporary hole into a layer of the atmosphere nearly 560 miles wide. While the effect is not permanent, here's how the rocket impacted the ionosphere and what it means that humans move forward with space flight. Now they've been launching thousands and thousands of these satellites up, ripping holes in our ionosphere, into our ozone, which is, you know, is one lead to these stratospheric warming events. Now usually what happens with these stratospheric events is they'll push it over to Europe and freeze them out. But last year they steered this, and I'm going to show you right now. Let me close these down as we go here. Let me take you over to the Earth null. This is nuts, man. This is what they did last year. And we're here at December 18th, 2018. Here's the super cold air up in the polar regions. We're at minus 109.7 Fahrenheit. Now check this out. We're going to go a day at a time. Now whoever did this heating event over here in the Russia-China area, they were trying to send us a Christmas present. Here we are on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. And look at this rapid heating event for Christmas Eve. Boom, Christmas. We get the heating event, and it's pushing this Arctic polar air across. And they just kept pushing it. Well, what happened? Look, it went too far. This is when we got the super cold, the unreal cold feeling cold last year. And what happened is it went and it got over into Europe. Well, that's not what they wanted. So what do? See it parked over Europe? Well, they just decided to turn on the ionospheric heaters again. But this time they pushed it from the Europe side and pushed it right back over to the United States by January 1st, by January 12th. And they parked it there for over a month. We had minus 93.3 Fahrenheit in Canada, all the way down to in central United States at minus 83.3. I mean, that's just so blatant what they did last year. They pushed the cold over. They pushed it too far. So they pushed it from the other way. This was a Christmas present sent to us last year where they're getting ready to do the same thing again. I mean, this is just so blatant. This is complete manipulation of the polar Arctic air masses, the jet streams, and all that stuff. Sydney plunged into afternoon darkness. Sydney has plunged into apocalyptic darkness as smoke haze, thunderstorm clouds combined to block out the setting sun. The city was eerily dark by 5 p.m. on Friday ahead of the thunderstorms. Look at that picture. So yeah, it's just nasty down there. More than 5,000 without power. And for some reason they don't know why. So they're trying to find out why the power is out. All they got to do is call PG&E. They can probably tell them. And, you know, one thing that we forget to think about with all these fires is the animals. All the animals that live in the forest. Pretty crazy stuff. So now they're saying it could be the end for the koala bears. Expert claims Australia's beloved marsupial is functionally extinct after the brush fires destroyed 80% of their natural habitat and has killed thousands. Sad stuff here, man. I didn't know they were going to show burned pictures of the koalas. I didn't want to see that. Sydney smoke from fires and dust are here to stay. How come? You got thunderstorms, you got wind. Why is the wind not blowing it out? So the first good news, the smoke has blanketed parts of Sydney for large chunks of this week is dissipating in some areas. You can see the air quality index. Richmond, you're at a 651. That's outrageous. Sydney's at 229. So we just got massive toxic air from the fires. You know, we got a bridge that looks just like that in Missouri up in Kansas City. Probably the same builders. Sydney fire haze equal to smoking 32 cigarettes a day. Man, I'll fit right in. An expert estimates breathing in the Sydney fire haze is the same as smoking a ridiculous number of cigarettes and could trigger major health problems. A respiratory disease expert has estimated the effect on your lungs of inhaling Sydney's current fire haze is equivalent to smoking 32 cigarettes a day. Hell, I smoke more than that. They're saying some areas, the highest polluted areas is like 734, which is lighting up 40 cigarettes. Isn't one like marijuana cigarette like 10 regular cigarettes? Anyway, bad stuff going on down here. And what they're saying, they're facing unprecedented water shortages with drought and fires. Look at the ponds completely dried up. They know who they can call. They know they can put the fires out. They know they can bring some rain in. Dust storms are being made worse by Australia's drought. Here's how they work. We know how it works. So, crazy pictures coming out of Australia. It looks like a different planet. So anyway, these guys are having a rough time down here. You know, they knew who they could call. In fact, do I have that tweet up? So, they could call Oh, yeah, Jim Cantori. Check out these. Jim Cantori commented on this tweet. Contrail with very high cloud that along the flight path dissipated around the contrail. Check out this picture. The chemtrail ate through the cloud. Look at that. It ate through the cloud. This has to be like a rain retardant aerosol. Crazy picture. So I commented on this, and he deleted my tweet. Of all the people that commented, he deleted only mine. I mean, there's people on here talking about chemtrails, and he deleted my tweet. What I tweet, I just tweeted, it's a toxic man-made cloud. There's been an outbreak of them worldwide. The SRM cloud, whitening cloud, brightening man-made contrails worse this week than all of aviation combined, which is a true statement. And he deleted it. So what else was going on here? There was something else I was wanting to show you. Yeah, the only way I was able to save it is go back to my page. Because when you click on it, my comment is no longer there. But that's not, I wanted to show you the David. Let's go down. Oh, did I click the wrong? Let me show you this. David Miles. So this guy does weather, tornado mitigation. He does the technology. He has the technology to put the fires out. He does weather modification. He calls it weather moderation. He's brought rain to the farmers. He's put the fires out in Tasmania. He's brought snow to the Horn of Africa for the first time in history. But do we call this guy up when we need rain? No. Hey, thanks out there, Funky. Thanks out there, D&D and Jim Prince. Much love out there. Thanks for supporting us. So David Miles here, was make this a little bigger. So David Miles, thanks out there, Cindy. David Miles, look, he's tweeting about the chemtrails. You know, initially, this guy just wants money, but he has tried to help the farmers. You know, he controls the weather. But he even knows that these chemtrails are toxic and poisonous. His technology doesn't have to use these kind of chemicals to help with the fires. But he puts western Victoria sky are often marred by jet exhaust dispersants. One wonders which such atmospheric reflectivity is both predicted and calculated, for it presents potential harm, natural global circulation, and hence our nation's agriculture. So it's pretty bad when the weather modification people are even commenting on the aerosols, but yet, you know, the people that you go to for the weather just flat out lie. You know, these, hey, thanks out there, wake up. These people like Jim Cantori and all these other sock puppet so-called meteorologists, they're all just actors with a script, reading, you know, making up terms for everything, while all of us normal citizens know what these really are. So, screw off there, Jim Cantori. All right, controversial spraying method aims to curb the global warming. See, this is what gets me. A fleet of 100 planes making 4,000 worldwide missions per year could help save the world from climate change. Also, it may be relatively cheap. That's the conclusion of a new peer-reviewed study in Environmental Research Letters. It's the stuff of science fiction. Planes spraying tiny sulfate particulates into the lower stratosphere around 60,000 feet. Hey, thanks out there, Assoofed. The idea is to help shield the Earth from just enough sunlight to keep the temperatures low. Now here's the problem. They want to mimic a volcano. The problem is we're going through a grand solar minimum. Hey, thanks. You guys are going nuts out there in the super chat. Thanks, Wake Up. They want to create the same as if a volcano went off. Well, the problem is it may cool the Earth initially, but hey, thanks out there, Shad. But it actually traps the heat in at night. All we got to do is go back to 9/11. You know, when they grounded all the aircraft, it did warm up a few degrees in the daytime, but it cooled way down at night. That's because there was no jet aircraft, fake clouds in the sky to hold the heat in. So they're saying they want to create a blanket around the Earth to cool the Earth, but it's actually going to heat the Earth. It's always the exact opposite of what they say. It's like they're trying to put us into a mini ice age. As we know, they're doing this. What happens if we do get a mega volcano that erupts? We're going to be in the, what was that movie? What was that movie where everything instantly froze? I can't remember the name of that movie. Somebody help me out there. Yeah, we can go show you what is actually in these chemtrails. You know, I don't care. I'm going to call them chemtrails because that's what they are. They're not water vapor. They're not even contrails. Days after tomorrow, I just remembered. That's what they want it to look like. That's why they're building the underground bunkers. Yep, that's it. Everybody got it like at the same time. Exactly. We're already in a solar minimum. We don't need all these chemtrails. We don't need to mimic a volcano. Somebody needs to get into the chat right now. It's stuck on 66.6, man. Get that off there. Somebody leave or somebody join. Oh, man. So, back on May 26, 2015, the U.S. Air Force confirms Boeing's electromagnetic pulse weapon. They're out there. They've been out there. That's a drone. Drones equipped with electromagnetic pulse weapons. And we wonder how some of these fires and stuff start. Well, we got it. We know why. Look at this wave weapon that's getting ready to happen off the East Coast. Here at the, I mean, look at this thing, man. It's like a cyclone forms in the cold water. This is the combined wind and waves. So they're experimenting with a wave weapon here at the end of the month, November 29th, November 30th. So pretty crazy, man. I seen that. I was like, what in the world is that? All right, we're on 668. Thank God we got off that. Whew. Yeah, I hate seeing them numbers. I know you got to get past them numbers, man. I was really worried that Google and YouTube was going to stick me on there and not let me get off of it. But luckily, we flew through that number of listeners. So anyway, yeah, crazy stuff right there. Where do we want to go? Let's go ahead and get into these. I haven't even looked at this, so I figured we'd look at this together. This is the earthquake and tsunami early warning on the Cascadia subduction zone. Look at the picture they use. That's some scary stuff right there. Hey, thanks, sir. Starelli, much love out there. Thanks for supporting us. That is a crazy picture right there. Wonder if that's from the tsunami that hit over in Japan. That is nuts. All right, so the earthquake, a feasibility study for an offshore geophysical monitoring network. Principal findings, recommendations. Man, this might be really long, man. Early warning systems. You know, it's pretty nuts that they're not reporting any of the earthquakes hardly ever off the Oregon and Washington coast. You know, I probably need to read into this. This is probably way too much information to just try to go over live. Just looking at it, I'm like, man, that's a lot of stuff right there that I haven't researched into. They got that app that they made. Yeah, this is just too much to try to go into. Ooh, what's this? The DART 2 system. Biodirectional communications and control. Omnidirectional. Phased arrays. Bottom pressure recorder. Yeah, I'm going to need to study this for a couple days here. This is a lot of information to be getting into. Hey, thanks out there, Cindy. All right, yeah, we'll cover this. I'm going to have to read in it. That's just too much. And what did I want to get into right here? I wanted to look at the actual see if this will bring us out. I want to see if this will show the actual polar vortex stuff. Hey, thanks there. Wake up, Juanita. Man, you guys are going crazy out there. All right, let's see what this does. I really wanted the temperatures. This is giving me the... Yeah, this ain't right here. Here we go. I finally found it here. So let's see if they're going to be doing an atmospheric compression event. Here we are looking at the temperatures up at 10 millibars. This is up in the stratosphere, the high stratosphere, ionosphere. Thanks out there, gal. All right, look at this thing. So we are getting a little bit of a heating event starting around December 2nd. I got this a little bit too big. Let me shrink this down a little bit so we can see the whole thing as I scroll it. So yeah, we're going to get another heating event, but it's not going to push the cold air down into the United States. They're going to push this thing off to Europe. So heads up for Europe for some really cold air going into the end or the beginning, mid-December, around the 8th. You're going to start getting the cold. Now let's go ahead and just do a quick look at the weather in the United States and just go a couple days up just to see what's going on here over the next couple days. Thanks everybody out there supporting us. Much love. It definitely helps. So right now it looks like we got some pretty good storms down in the south over Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee. Gonna go right on up the East Coast. Looks like some ice there for New York. Or was that Pennsylvania? Man, I keep forgetting to bring up my good glasses. So look at that. We got some snow going up into the northeast, so a little bit of a wind event. Look at this storm down here in the south. And here comes the rain we were talking about for Washington, Oregon. Hey, thanks there. Yeah, we got some of the best mods on YouTube. Probably the best chat on YouTube out there. Look at this super strong storm coming in the Bajas into Mexico. Then here comes that rain event for California. Coming on the 27th. Remember in the 16-day forecast, 2 weeks ago it showed this rain coming in, but then last Sunday, 16-day forecast, it showed it coming in a little earlier, but now it's back. See the weather plan, man. They stick to the weather plan. They change it up here and there, but it always reverts back to the initial 16-day forecast. Look at the heavy snow for California on the 27th. And it's a wind event. We're going to have super high winds going down through British Columbia into Washington, Oregon, and just all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. Look at the storm that's going to develop over New Mexico, parts of Texas. We're looking at blizzards, ice storms, sleet, freezing rain. So that's going to be a pretty wicked storm here on Wednesday, November 27th. Heavy snow going up into Oklahoma, Texas, parts of Kansas, and it kind of weakens down. And at the same time, you almost have a nor'easter. This is a wind event. This is what's going to be creating that wave weapon. So California is definitely going to get some rain over the next week. And, man, look at the winds coming down, man. This is just some crazy winds. Looks like Kansas or Nebraska is going to get some pretty heavy snow on December 1st. While there could be tornadoes down in the south. Yeah, we got a pretty severe line of storms coming in on December 1st. And there could be tornadoes, man. We're never out of tornado season anymore. There's too many metal particulates in the sky, making these storms more electrified, making these storms more strong. Them winds right there would probably knock you off your feet. That's pretty crazy. All right, then we're going to get a little break, then another little ice storm coming up on the 7th. All right, so we're pretty good on that stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into the worldview map. Let's go take a quick look down in Australia. I'm pretty sure I seen something weird down here earlier. So we already seen on the ground footage of the aerosols being deployed in with the smoke. Let's see if I can get the best layer to try to look at this. Here we go. We got some frequencies going on. We have tons of frequency clouds. So they're doing, the government must be doing the manipulation. We know David's not doing it right now anyway. But they're definitely doing something to the clouds. These are not gravity waves. These are not wave clouds. Microwaves and frequencies. These are not normal clouds. And they're definitely pumping the aerosols into the clouds. So see, they cloud seeded for the storms. Definitely got tons of aerosols out here. Look, we still have some tons of fires burning all around. This was a circle area. They lit this thing up in a circle and tried to blame it on a bunch of kids. Some of these fires, that's still burning pretty good. Look, the fires are creating their own weather. We got new fires up to the north. Man, this is just following the railroad tracks where they're putting the high-speed rail in. So, yeah, pray for the people down here. New World Order is trying to take over. You know, they're trying to, China's pretty much buying out Australia. And we know they are the New World Order. You think that's normal? That long, thousands and thousands of mile cloud that's being pulled, that's atmospheric river being pulled. Yeah, it's pretty scary, man. They're burning all the green away. We got aerosols over Mongolia. It's a worldwide situation that's going on. The weather generators are on. Look, they pushed the moisture on off. We got rain in Yemen, Somalia, Madagascar. And all the aerosols that were over France the other day is now, you know, created a bunch of weather, and they're still getting sprayed to this day. So a new spraying operation over France, parts of the UK. All this is going to be heading into the Netherlands, Belgium. Mass spraying operation north of Switzerland. Aerosols being deployed over Malta, out here in the middle of the ocean. We have heavy aerosols being deployed. They're pulling the moisture from Tusnia. Looks like they're going to bring it right on over to Greece. So tomorrow we're going to see rain in Greece, storms. Spain's getting hammered. And then you got this big weather weapon coming in. Hey, thanks out there, lead. Well, that thing looks strange. You know, weird straight lines. To me, this is like beaming down with a magnifying glass, heating a certain area, creating the spin, the uplift. We got a big spraying operation over the Bahamas. Bahama Mama chemtrails out here. Aerosols deployed all over. And then right on over Florida. Florida's getting waxed with the segmented spraying. Some long sprayers all the way through the Gulf of Mexico. Look at these. Holy crap. Look at these flight paths. I hope you can see these. Look at this. They're doing the loops. Tons of the loops. I can't wait to pull that up. We'll see if we can get them to come in any clearer. Look how fast they created all these loops. Let's get this to load. Wow. That is nuts. We got to pull that up. Look at this. Look at these flight paths. That is insane. You know, this is the same. Look, this guy did a 360. It looks like they were trying to spell something out. Oh, yeah, I'd go on high impact blogs or fix anytime. Just got to get an email or some way, and I'll give them my number and all that. So we definitely got to go look at that. That is insane. Let me turn on this little enhancement. This should be pretty crazy looking. This is busted for sure, man. I wish I would have seen this before the show, because I could have used that for a thumbnail. Wow, look at that gridding. Let me slow this down. I got this baby really going fast. If we can't pull it out on this very good, we'll pull it out on the ram slider. So we can see all the X patterns going on. And here in a minute, we should see them start doing the... Speed that up just a little more. Hey, thanks out there, wake up. And now it's going too slow. Maybe it's just not loaded yet. All right, where are they? We see all the straight line sprayers. Did they do it at nighttime? Let's go pull up the RAM slider. Let me double check, make sure. Yeah, it's right here off of Panama City. This is right where they made the penis in the sky in the figure eights last year. They drew a penis in the sky with the chemtrails and also a figure eight. So let me look at the timestamp. Come on, speed up a little bit. I don't want it to go too fast, but it just maybe it's just not loaded all the way. Yeah, so it should be all through this area. So we'll let it run through, and then I'm going to go load up the RAM slider. I guarantee. Oh, look, they're out here too. They're out here doing the whoop-de-doos. That has to be military. I think they did them at night. Unless it's just not loaded all the way. Yeah, I wish I could have seen that earlier, so I could have loaded this up, found them, and got them screen captured. Alright, so let's bring up the RAM slider and see if we can get them on there. Turn my alright, we want to go to this probably. And why is it on the West Coast? I just want to go 16. See, we'll be able to see the aerosols at night also on here. I may have to mess around with the time frames. Now it's going to take that a little bit to load. Hey, thanks out there, Kevin. They did it at night, man. If it's not showing up on here, we might be able to pull it up with the microphysics. So let's see if we can get it to show up with this layer. That's weird. It's not like... I am on the right day, aren't I? November 22nd. But they're definitely doing some weird stuff here. Let me click that layer so we can kind of... Okay, here's all them real strong lines. So it was actually before the super... Okay, so it's not here yet. I've seen these in the goes. These real heavy ones. Then it really spans out. Man, that is crazy right there. We got to be able to catch this. Somebody needs to look up Flight 24 and find these flight paths, see if they're on. See if they're on there. Here, we're gonna have to put this on every 30 minutes. See if that gets them. That's the thing, you got to kind of, okay, so there's the 4 lines, the 4 heavy aerosols being deployed. This thing is just railing fast. Hold on, let me stop that. Why won't it stop? All right, maybe I got to put it on every 40 minutes and add some add some frames. Dang it. Let's add, this will take a while to load, but we're trying to catch these guys. Hey, thanks out there, Colleen. Hey, thanks, sir. Yeah, I had a great time over on that channel, Marf Fugel News. Usually I'm the interviewer, not the interviewee. God, look at that spraying operation right there. That's so blatant. Where's these guys at? They gotta be coming up. Did I miss them? I bet they did that at night or something. They're not really, I'm not picking them up yet. We can see all the straight line paths, which there's hundreds of them, if not thousands of them. So let me try to get this squared up. So this is when it's really blasted. So that means it was later in the day, after all the aerosols started spreading. So it was more towards the end of the day. Man, they did that at night, I bet you. Wait, that might be them right there. I can't zoom in no more. I think they're over the land. I think that's why we're not seeing them very good. Yep, that's them. They're right there, and they're even right here. There's one of them. So they're kind of over the land. They must have drifted out. Now I wonder, so it's right about, there they are right there. They're right over the land right there. They're just hard to see it. I can't zoom in no more. That's all I can zoom. Let's see, what can we do with the color? Let's see if I can put it on the Cirrus. Get that a little time to load. So pretty nuts that they're spraying them kind of flight patterns, and I'm glad we spotted it, because that's pretty nuts. Look, they did a 360 right there. They were just doing loop-de-loops all over. Somebody can find this plane on the Flight 24, that'd be awesome. So let's go ahead and look around a little more. So major bombardment here in the Gulf of Mexico. They're out there sky riding. There's got to be some footage of that on the ground. People in Florida, unless it was at night, people in Florida should have some footage of that. Now we've seen that spray over on the West Coast and the East Coast a couple weeks ago. Man, that's a big, thick liner going across Mexico. Few aerosols over Bajas, but not bad. Don't see no major fire smoke. Maybe a little bit of puffs here and there. Here's a fire there in where are we at? Oregon or Washington? A lot of fires going here in Oregon. You can see all the little fires. Oh, we got another spraying operation up here in the north. Toxic skies up here. And we could see these aerosols on the Go 16, and when I started the show I had it on these. I didn't see the S turns and figure eights down here up in Florida. Man, I wish I had the Flight 24 radar so we could see if these are military planes or if it's some fool out here giving us the middle finger. We got some frequency clouds down south of that. So anyway, busted out here in Panama City. We got some rogue pilots. Oh, no registration available for that flight. So that's probably a weather engineering plane. That's probably an actual sprayer plane. So, wow, man, that's pretty crazy. This thing may not, that layer may not have loaded. Oh, wait, now we got it. It's just real light. Wonder if I put an enhancement on. Yeah, that made it worse. Let me try. Let's try that. Man, I'd really like to get this on one of these other maps. And you never know, it may show up on there tomorrow. Maybe it's just the footage is not up to date. Boy, we're right in almost the right time frame. But they're just not pulling up, man. It must be a different kind of mix. Here's part of it right there. I can see part of it that has drifted off. Man, that sucks we can't get that on here right now. We'll try it in this layer. Okay, so it's got to be right after this because this is when it started drifting out. Hey, thanks out there, Humboldt. Nice. So there's no history available on any of the planes that are doing these flight patterns. Yeah, all the snow's fake. It don't melt. It's been ice nucleated. And this is going to take a while to load. Trying to do it, you know, even one frame at a time. This is mega bandwidth to get these maps. Anyway, while that's loading, I need to wonder if there's some way I could pull this out even more, but I'm going to take a screenshot of this. So Panama City, we got crazy pilots. Let me save this screenshot. Yeah, I really would like to catch this on the one of the other satellites in action so we could actually see them flying. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get it, but trying here. Man, it had to have been done at night because it's just not showing up in the daytime footage. Let me try this one again. Let's put this on like the natural fire color and see what we get. Ooh, what's that color smoke right there? What is that? Wait, here comes the long planes. Man, they did that stuff at night. That's what it is. They did it at night. That's why we're not seeing it. Well, maybe that'll show up on tomorrow's, on the imagery for tomorrow. But look at that smoke, man. What's this weird color smoke? That's what I'm wondering. Where'd that come from? Is that from them aerosols? That had to be done at night, man. That's all there is to it. It's not showing up on any of this, but man, that's some weird looking smoke. We could try the low level water vapor. Might show up on this. There they are. I can see them right there. Here, I'll zoom in on that. I can zoom in on that. All right, we should be able to pick them up now with the water vapor. All right, now we're going to catch them. We see the long straight lines right there. And here they are. They're right here. They're going loop-de-loop-de-loop. And then it's just drifting off. And whatever they put out, look at it. It turns into heavy moisture. So there they are right there. I can see them right here. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. S-turn, S-turn. Let's see if it's in the mid-level water vapor. So why can't we see it? Yeah, don't show up too good on that, but they're there. I can see them. They're right here in the lighter color gray. Try the upper level. See, they should be up above. So you can see these flight paths were up pretty high in the sky. and they're not showing up very well. I can barely see the S turns right here. Now let me try the Cirrus, because we got them pinned down the area. Turn the enhancement on. There they are right there. It's just real fuzzy, but they're right there. Oh, there they are too. There was two of them. Here they are. They're right here. There was a first phase, which is right here, these. And then there was a second. Oh yeah, there they are. It's really kind of fuzzy, but we definitely have them on here now. Yeah, it's real fuzzy, but here they are. There's two sets of these kind of sprays. Wish I could, what could I do with this to make it look a little better? Let's try inverting the colors. So there's normal. Grayscale didn't work. Inverted color, that didn't work. Yeah. Yep, we got them. There they are. So they're right there. And this would be just trying to figure out the exact time frame, which I could probably look at the other one, but so we got them, caught them. Let's try the true color. The timestamp, it just reset on me. Hold on. Okay, so the timestamp, here they are, is, let me get it where it first starts. They're right here off the coast right now. So this is 16, see, November 22nd, 2019, 16/11/15 UTC time. You can see the pretty good arc there. And it goes all the way. It gets really funky. And there they are. There they are in the peninsula. There's all the S turns. And this is at 17/16/16 UTC time. And there they are drifting into a mess to all the way to 1801. So they were in the sky for several hours. Yeah, there they are. They show up pretty good on the true color. I don't know. I wish this thing wouldn't reset the time so I could just leave it there. So I can put that right where we had it. So 16. Yep, there they are. You can see them, man. They're real hard to see, but they're there. Wonder if we could look at them on the visible. Oh yeah, you can see them on the visible too. And there's actually one arcing the other way. Yeah, they're right there, man. There was all kinds of sky chaos going right there. So if the pilots in the planes are not registered, you know they're definitely government, military. Yeah, they're pretty fuzzy on that layer. That's probably not gonna. Yeah, there they are in the blue. Yeah, so right at. There they are. Look at that. I wish I could zoom in on that. Let me see if I can do a picture and then put the picture in the browser page. That way I can zoom in on it. All right, let me see if I can bring that up now in a browser. Now I gotta remember where I saved it. There it is. Yeah, it gets blurry when you zoom in far, but here they are. S turn, S turn, S turn, S turn, S turn. Then you got some going the opposite way up here. So we got them pretty good there. That's some crazy flight patterns, and it reminds me of let me see if I got one of them photos up here. I don't have them here. These are the ones. Here's some that were just did over Oregon last week. So there we go. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call this a show. Much love out there. Thanks everybody out there that's supporting us, helping us try to expand this operation and all that stuff. Anyway, guys, much love. We'll see you tomorrow night, God willing. I'll try to get time and try to read through that earthquake deal, see what we can pull out of it, what kind of information's in there. Anyway, guys, much love out there. We're going to play a song called Rise. We're going to have to rise, man. They're bombarding us with a eugenics program. They're terraforming the earth. They're going to turn us into the ice age. They're going to bring on the day after tomorrow scenario. Anyway, guys, much love. See if I can get this scene to change.